Larry jump up and say, yeah, you American.
So who we planning to see today, Ryan?
Today we're looking to see James Cook, former British European champion.
James Cook, first man to stop Michael Watson?
Yes, he is.
That's him?
Yes, he is. Yeah, that's one of James' messages to the kids. Oh, don't worry, man, don't worry, man, don't worry. You're not...
There he is, from British
don't worry, brother,
super middleweight champion, James Cook.
You know, Dean probably die, innit?
Huh? Yeah, you didn't pass.
Yeah, went to his funeral today, you know what I mean? Yeah, so, you put me up the man, I'm blessed, man. You good?
Yeah, I'm good, brother, I'm good, bro.
So I'm run by.
Welcome to Pedro Amateur Boxing Club. But it's more than that. Pedro Youth Club has a music studio, an IT room, a dance studio for boxercise and aerobics, pool tables and games for the kids. As you walk in, you'll see a montage of James's life and achievements. Many fighters, amateur and pro, have walked through these doors to learn boxing, but they learn more than that. They learn about life. James is just not a champion in boxing, but a champion for the community, taking his time to help change the lives of young kids and the way they see the world. With only 24 hours in one day, James works in a school, mentors young people, trains and manages fighters, and runs Pedro Youth Club. Hear his story in his own words. This is James Cook, my story.
James, I want to start from the beginning. Tell us, this is about the love of boxing. How did it all start for you? How did you get into the sport?
I hope you guys got some long tape. It's been a long time because I'm 54 now. Mate, to be quite honest, I come to London when I was 9.5. I remember in Jamaica, not playing any sport, but I remember when my mom come for me in Jamaica, I actually ended up stoning my mother, saying I don't want to go to London because I hear about London is cold. Yeah. So I was actually stoning my mom, and my granny said, "What you doing?" So I said, "I don't want to go to London." I said to me, "Well, she come for you, so you have to go." So I said, "Okay, no problem." So I come over, and I come over in 1968. I think I like sport in general. Yeah. I just, anything named sport, I'll do more sport than education. Yeah. I remember in school struggling with education, but sport, any sport, I'll just play. Yeah. For it. And I always thought boxing, to be honest, boxing was the last bit of it because I thought cricket, I played rugby, football, didn't get the end of that till pretty late, but anything in sport, athletics, I thought it might be athletics, And I come over here and to be quite honest, I was living in Peckham Estate. Yeah. And a mate of mine, we know the story about Peckham Estate. Yeah. It's probably one of the worst estates in London at the time. And at the age of 10, I decided to go to a boxing club. A mate of mine said, "Let's go to a boxing club." And we went down to a boxing club named, you probably will know it, named Lynn Boxing Club, which is probably one of the oldest clubs going. To be honest, if I want to say it, when I walk in, at the age of 10, I was pretty big. Yeah. I was pretty tall.
Yeah, you're not a small guy.
Yeah, and then I walked in, and I looked on my left, and there was a little skinny white boy inside the ring, and I looked at him and I thought, I could have him. I just said to myself, I could have him, and then I went on, got changed, I went on, the guy said to me, do you want to spar? And I said, yeah, and I look at this, I thought I could have him, and I'm all like, this kid must have taught me a lesson on how to fight and how to box. And I got up so upset, I picked up my bags and I come out and I said to the kid, "I'll be back for you." I don't know who he is. I've never seen him again in my life. Or, I don't remember. And I just happened to left him, and we wasn't not a mistake. That I met a man in Ruby Stable, St. James. Let's go down to a boxing club. Was trying to close down, and it was the East Lane Boxing Club. East Lane Market. And we used to train at the Comber Grove. And then I went down there, and the guy looked at me and said, "You're natural like this, And then, you buy a local paper. At the age of 10, I saw my name in the paper.
That's nice.
Damn, I like this sport.
Yeah.
I like this. And you carry on. I like everybody else. You're young. I did a little bit on and off through the early days, and never really got serious in it until I was about 18, 19. You're going to school, you're doing other things, but the gym, I've always gone down to the boxing club, you know.
I think it's a lot of young kids they always want to do a sport when they're young, but then you know they go through education, they start finding girls, they start finding other things.
That's right.
And they come back after the fact because you know they've kind of gone through that growth stage, and then they go back to their love.
That's right. It was, you know, and that was probably, if I want to be honest,
yeah,
was the same thing. But you know, because my parents, I didn't want sort of, you know, my parents used to say, don't stay out on the street and so forth. The gym, I used to go to the boxing gym every night. Then I started to listen to the Muhammad Ali
on the
radio and stuff like that. You know what? He's my favorite sportsman, and you know, I remember I listened to a fight where Hali was fighting Joe Frazier, and Hali got beat, and I was so upset. I sat on the stairs and I was crying.
Yeah.
My dad said to me, "What are you crying for?" So I said, "Dad, I can't believe it. Muhammad Ali lost." And my dad looked at me and he says, we all got to lose sometime.
Yeah.
And he walked down the stairs, and I think I was ready to fight my dad there and then, you know, because I was so in love with this man, you know, and I thought, how can he say that about Ali, you know? Boxing has taught me, you know, how to win, how to lose, because at school now, you know, as you know, around that time, 70s, 80s, there was boxing all over the place. You go to school and you might end up boxing your own friends. I mean, and what you didn't want to do is people to say, oh, your friend beat you and you're inside the same class. So that make it between 14 and 16, that make it very competitive.
That drive, well.
That's right, you know, because you don't want to lose amongst your friend who's the next club running corner and stuff like that. So competition, boxed for London, got my first London vest against Budapest, you know, and from there on, I entered the divs, and I won the London a couple of times. But what made me decide to go pro, to be honest, a boxer guy named, the first guy in the divs where I first broke my hand was a guy named Aris Notice from Catford.
Okay.
They used to wear all black. Catford used to wear all black, their outfit, you know. And somebody said to me, if I got through that round, I'm going to fight that guy there. And when I look at Aris Notice, he was a big guy, you know, he just come out of jail, he was massive, and I was saying to myself, oh, damn. You know what I mean? I already just make up my mind, I'm just going to go over there and hit him with one right hand, you know what I mean? And in the London final, you know, I saw Notice in the corner, and the week before I already beat his friend, you know, so I know they're really making plans for me, you know? Yeah, you know? And when the bell go, I just rush over to him and I hit him with the right hand. And I feel when the right hand went and I hit him, you know, and he looked at me and shook his head and he says, Cook, it was my turn. Oh, God, you know what I mean? And I remember turning around to the ref, holding up my hand and saying, ref, you know, my hand has gone, you know, the fight was stopped, you know, so carry on, you know, but I was eager to get back. So, you know, when people tell you they take 6 weeks and times out to get you unprepared, I wasn't happy with that. I wasn't going to take 6 weeks, you know. So I think in 3 weeks, my hand was sort of, to me, it was sort of better. And I, you know, I started training again, and the hand went again. And then, third time my hand got break, I was skinned up in a line, and there was a black guy behind me. And he looked, I turned around, he touched me on the shoulder, he said to me, who you fighting, mate? So I said to him, I don't know. So I looked at him and he says, so I said, who you fighting? He says, I'm fighting a guy named Jimmy Cook. If you think he's going to knock me out tonight, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. And he didn't know I was Jimmy Cook. Once again, my mind said, you know what, I'm going to crucify this guy. You know what I mean? And the guy went into the ring first, and I come second. And I think when he see it was me, what that? And again, my mind said, I'm just going to go out there and I'm going to just hit him, you know? As soon as the bell went, I woke out and I hit him with the right hand. Again, the right hand, I hear when the right hand go, you know what I mean? And the guy never got down or nothing. The guy's like, he stood there, you know? The referee come and the referee stand the fight. But what got me is when, after I got changed, my hand was in a sling, you know? And I went outside and this guy was drinking a pint of Guinness. You know, so I went home and I said to my dad, Dad, from now on I want Guinness. So, you know, though I was skinny, you know, I could have punched. So I was saying to my dad, Dad, I want Guinness. So right, Dad, I want to drink Guinness. But he said to me, be not fighter, you can't drink too much Guinness. You know, you've got to be, you know what I mean? You've got to learn how to drink Guinness. These people have been drinking Guinness for a year, you know what I mean? So I said, okay. So at the time they said it was stout, it could be kind of tonic, it good for your blood and stuff like that. So I said, okay. I started to have Guinness. But then as I get older in the sport, you know, I've never really drank till I've really retired from boxing, you know what I mean? You know, I got so involved in the sport, you know, and somebody says to me after the beating Godfrey inside the London final, I boxed a guy named Johnny Graham twice in the London final, and at them times you know, Mickey Duff was looking at this guy, and then the first time, because I'm a reasonable guy, you know, the first time I think the fight was close. Okay, he got the result. The second time, I know I beat him, but he got the result. So Mickey Duff and Terry Lawless was sitting down on the front decks, and obviously it got after beating Cook. He's gone pro. So I says, okay, no problem. So I fought a guy named Conrad Oscar, who, you know, and to quite honest, this is the first time at amateur I ever get £50 in my pocket. They said they'll pay me. You know, in the 70s, £50 is like, you know, it's like £1,000 to us. You know what I mean? And then, so I got £50, went to fight Conrad Oscar. Conrad Oscar win the points. Big headline in the South London press. After beating Cook, Oscar go pro. So I thought, is this what they pay me for? You know? So I decided, say, well, I want to go pro, but I didn't know nothing about pro. But my trainer said to me, if you're gonna get beat and you're gonna, in fact, he said, if you're gonna get robbed, you can get paid for it. So I said, get paid. I get paid. I said, okay, let's go pro. But he couldn't come over with me. So Al Allenton, who used a Commonwealth sport guy now, I mean, he said he was involved with Frank Bruno, and he took me to Hackney, you know, where I've been for about 34 years now. He took me to a guy named Billy Winter, Billy Winter used to be a heavyweight up in Clapton, and he used to have a stall in the market. So we went pro with Billy Winter, so we used to train at Highgate, Bannister House, everywhere we can get space, we train. John Conte, the Mark Keeler, they all used to, you know, I'll just carry on developing up like that, you know. So by the time I come to Hackney now, I'll start to read about Michael Watson. I think I won my first title when I was probably around 23, 24, I won the 7-year title against a guy named T.P. Jenkins, was a Mickey Duff fighter. He was unbeaten.
Mickey Duff was a man back then.
Absolutely,
he was the king.
That's right. He had everyone then. You know, and I stopped this guy in around 8 or around 9. You know, Mickey Duff looked at me and he kind of, you know, pointed his finger. You know, I didn't really know what it meant. You know what I mean? And so, you know, carry on. So at that time, I realized, hang on, 3 years done in this sport. I was getting to Highgate and I realized, hang on, you know, I'm not getting fights regular as I should. And then I broke my hand as a pro, got a repair, but I'm not getting the fight as I should, you know. So I left Mickey really, and then I joined Darky Smith. It's probably one of the worst things to do, but everything is for a reason.
At that time, you don't know.
That's right, you don't know. I had so much experience, because what happened, Darky Smith, we used to go abroad and fight, and then for a reason, I got my passport. Otherwise, I wouldn't be getting no passport first fight abroad against the German Graciani, who become WBO.
He got stripped by for the Roy Jones title.
That's right.
I remember.
That's right. You know.
Yes, he bankrupted the WBC.
That's right. You know, I lost him on points over 8 rounds, and then a couple of the local fight does a fight against a black guy from America, Wilson. You know, who was unbeaten. And you know the American them have their big hat and you know. So I was, you know, sitting down there, you know, and this American, I didn't know he was, in fact, I didn't know he managed. And he's saying, my boy is fighting Cook, and I tell my boy what to hit and what to do, and he's done Curry sparring partner, and he's unbeaten. So, you know, I'm sitting down there and I think, boy, did this man bring me over here to get killed? But this guy never know who I was, you know. And then anyway, the fight went on and I knocked him out in the 6th round. And we got Larry O'Connolly, was Britain top referee at the time. And Larry jumped up and said, you American. This guy was supposed to be, I mean...
The best thing.
For people who don't know, this guy was sparring, Don Curry was actually pound for pound number 1 in the world.
That's right, absolutely. He won pound for pound
number 1. So if you're sparring Don Curry, then you're serious.
You know, that's right. And I went abroad and come back, had that fight, you know, come back. And again, I went abroad and I had a couple of fights. And you know, the experience now being a fighter now start to build. You know, going abroad, I fight a guy, knocked him down. The referee picked him up off the floor, spin him around. I went over there to shake my hand and he hit me. You know, and I was sparked out. And the referee looked at me and he says, "Oh, Cook, I didn't officially call her into the fight." So I said, "Okay." So I come back now and I got a phone call. Michael Watson. You know, they want me to fight Michael Watson. So I'm reading about Michael Watson now, so I thought to myself, this may be a good fight to take. I mean, so me and Michael Watson now, we used to train at Finsbury Park.
Yeah.
You know, so we now, because the fight was made now, we trying to avoid each other, trying to have a little banter now and then, you know what I mean? So the fight happening.
Back then there was quite a few gyms in Hackney as well.
No,
yeah,
definitely. That's right. Finsbury Park, you have Coverstone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have a few gyms in Hackney, but because Michael is a local guy and he attend most of them, I was sort of still traveling to sort of Peckham, Old Kent Road, you know.
Because you used to run from Peckham to here.
That's right. Running would be no problem because I like running. So I used to just get up in the morning, 7 o'clock, do my 10 miles run, Camwell Green where I used to work. You know, I used to reach there in 45 minutes.
Quicker than public transport.
You know, and that was good to go. You know what I mean? Running back as well. You know what I mean? And so running was, you know, was a good thing for me. I mean, that's why I said to her, when I was fighting, if you're gonna beat me, you better beat me between 1 and 5, because after 5,
your stamina's gonna kick in.
You're gonna be mine. Yeah, I mean, so I tell anybody, if you're gonna beat me earlier, though a few of them did. They're not supposed to.
It's kind of like a self-confidence thing. You know that also it could be a tough fight, but you know he's gonna water and you're gonna progress.
That's right. That's right. And it happened on you know, in a few fights. People said you mustn't have sparring and a lot of sparring and sparring. But you know what? You know, I could say, you know, it was a blessing, sort of, where what I learned and where I come from. Because inside the gym, you had John the Beast Mugabe, Cassandra Muti, and the first time I went inside the ring with John Mugabe, I think that's where I learned the rope a doper. You know, because I looked at him, they said spar with him, and I said no.
They call him the Beast for a reason.
Yeah, that's right. He's too big. You know, they said no, he weighed 11 stone. They put him on the scale. He actually weighed 11 stone. I says okay. In 1984 or somewhere around there, you know, 85. I boxed Jimmy Price in the final eliminator. Now I boxed Jimmy Price and lost to him on points, which I didn't think he win. So, you know, I've worked hard. If anybody know Elephant Castle, I've run up those escalators. I worked hard for Jimmy Price in the final eliminator, you know. And it was more by Bloomsbury, you know. In the first round, to be quite honest, I was rocking Jimmy Price, get flashed, drop my hand, Jimmy Price hit me. That was it. I was so upset. You know, I come out to the club, come out of the boxing ring, you know, forgot about my car, and I was walking up the road because I was thinking, how did he beat me? I can't believe Jimmy Price beat me. And somehow, whatever old bloke he was, he tapped me on the shoulder and he said to me, Cook, I was at the show, he said to me, if you can't take winning with losing, you shouldn't be inside this game. This was what the bloke, and that was sort of the incentive. You know, what kind of drove me on, you know, because every time I lose a fight.
It's controversial, you know, it's tight, it's close.
That's right, you know, and people wasn't favouring Jimmy. I'd go back to the gym and just work harder and harder. You know, it's always the type of thing sometimes when people see you as an up-and-comer and it's got something a plateau already, they want to try to keep you as an up-and-comer because you're a threat. People see that, I mean, they know, people in the game know what you're capable of doing. Absolutely right, absolutely right. And it's like, Ambrose Mandy told me plain himself, I'd never make you fight Nigel Benn. You know, because he says if you beat Watson and Watson beat Ben, how is Ben gonna beat you? And I'm supposed to look after my fighter. You know? And I remember when I was #1 in the world, I never seen plastic chicken in my life. I remember I went to the press conference, grab a plastic chicken, bite in the plastic chicken, call it Ben and Eubanks a chicken. Because they were gonna fight me, beat you, you know?
What do you think is it like? Contrast in styles, where they always say styles makes fights, where you think when you've got someone like yourself as a tactician, a technician, and you've got a puncher, you can outbox them. When you've got two tacticians and good boxers, known as a good boxer, and you're a very good boxer as well, what's the edge? What do you feel makes the difference?
Well, I think, to be quite honest, what made the difference for the edge for me on that night is traveling abroad. You know, I had about 4 or 5 abroad. I had Rostriani who went 10 rounds with, I had Tamo Yusufita in Finland where I went 10 rounds with. So I think that edge was making me be a man, you know, going abroad, fighting these guys, you know, give me that edge as a man, and I think that was it with Michael Watson, you know what I mean? I could have seen everything he'd done that night, and I was just reading them, and I was just countering, you know what I mean? And, you know, for me to beat him, you know, as you say, he was up and coming, he was managed by Mickey Duff, so for me to get a result, it was a good thing, and I gave up the British title to concentrate on bigger things, you know, I defended the European against Mark Kiel, and Tamo Yusufita, who beat me in Finland, I stopped him in 7 again, and to get a shot at the world title, you know, wish I was #1. And they had Nigel Benn and Chris Eubanks fighting for this WBO title. And then, you know, I remember saying to them, you know, I remember saying to Mickey, listen, I'm number one in the world, WBA, you know, oh come, I'm not fighting these guys. But then, you know, I just said, you know, good manager, you know, it's all about money or what to avoid. That's right, exactly, you know, and then, you know, it was like that. I'm being quite honest.
Within the local community, you had Dennis Andrews, you had Watson, you had Ben was around locally. You know, you had a lot of great fighters there. How hard was it to actually train with guys, spar with them, but be in the same division competitively? I mean, like really, all you like one weight class apart from each other at one time or another.
Absolutely, definitely. You know, it was sort of, you know, I just say the grounding. These guys probably was, you know, they had more fights than me as amateur, you know, to be quite honest. So it give them that edge and that experience. And you say, being around these guys, you know, sparring with them. I mean, I remember, you know, going down Tottenham gym, you know, and they phoned me up. They want me to spar with Lloyd Hannigan. So I remember charging Lloyd Hannigan £600. I remember going down there and Tottenham. I'd done 6 rounds with Lloyd Hannigan. Then there was a guy down there named Rod Douglas.
Okay,
you know, and somebody come to me and they said to me, James, don't spar Williams. I said, why not? So I said, because he's hurting everybody. So after I've done 6 rounds with Lloyd Hannigan, I've done 6 rounds with Rod Douglas, I've done 6 rounds with his cruisermate friend, and I've done 4 more rounds with Prince Rodney, you know? And Rod Douglas, I remember Rod Douglas got back to his corner, and he says to him, I can't hit him. And his trainer said to him, Rod, I'll teach you everything I know already. But, you know, like I said, you know, the running and stuff like that, you'd never find me wanting short for stamina-wise, you know. I had to get the belt fast to win the British title, you know. I had to go to France to win the European, you know, but you know, it didn't trouble me because I know if once I get in the groove,
once you get in the groove,
you know,
you do it.
You know, I'm going to be there at the end, you know. That's why I said, if you don't happen to get rid of me, in between the 5 rounds, it's going to be a hard night's work. I challenged Carl Bowman in his 1988 for the British title. And then I look at this man, I thought, oh, you're going to hit me with those shots. Because Harold used to be
all that.
That's right. And I thought to myself, you can't beat me with that style, you know. And I went to Sheffield, and I think Sheffield, the greeting I got from Sheffield was like I was from Germany, you know. And I thought to myself, I remember Barry Hearns just went to boxing, and Barry Hearns said to me, if you beat Graham, I'll make you a millionaire. And I was with Darky Smith, you know. And then I said to Bummer Graham, you gotta beat me early, because trust me, if you don't beat me early, this was a press conference, this is my way of also telling him, you know what, you killed Jimmy Price in the first round a couple of months ago, it's not gonna happen to me. So, you know what I mean? And we was there till around 6. Around 6, he did put me down, you know. And I got back up, and I had a little cut over my eye, and the ref stopped the fight, and I said to the ref, Sid Natenham, I could never forget, he refereed 100 fight that night, and he never refereed the next one. And I said to him, so why you stop the fight? He says to me, cook, because you're bleeding. So I says, okay. But you know, along the way I realized, you know,
you learn the game.
You learn the game when you know it, and that's why, you know, sometimes because you know, still tongue, they said keep a wise head. That is why people sort of, you know, see me now and they say you're always smiling. But I'm getting more invitation now than anybody else in boxing who moan and you know,
look at your career. Not only you a fighter, you train, you manage. I mean, you look after the community and still go work. I mean, that's a deep passion. That's a deep passion.
You know, when I was coming through, you know, my trainer, and when I was about 14, my trainer says to me, sometime he'll phone me up and he said to me, Jim, I can't get down the gym, will you teach the boys them? And I got down there, and this was at the Lynn Boxing Club. And I used to teach some of the boys them down there. And there was always a smile on their face, knowing you with everybody else who make it. If you make it and you go back in the area and you do something, we probably would never get all this crime and all what we have. I'm saying you're in the area, you know, you've got the right to teach somebody if you make it, you know. And the joy about it, these people, they see me on the TV, they hear me on the radio, they see me in the paper, but I'm here with them smiling. You know, money was never, you know, like people say money.
It was never the product for you.
Yeah, never the product for me. You know, if you are inside the area, if you've done something with your life, even these guys,
it's also the respect that people
been here from 1929, you know. And Pedro Club was a rich club, it had money, it had people. But when I come in here, it was closed down, it had nothing, you know. And I decided, you know what, the council ain't gonna have this. this is for the young people, this is for the community, this is what I want to do. That's right. When I live around the corner, and the guy who was running the club, I actually was going to a gym, train some fighters at Thomas the Beckett, where I used to run. As you know, I used to run the Beckett and the Cooper, And, I never grew up and think to myself I was going to ever run these gyms. These clubs is probably the most famous club in London at the time. And I ended up probably the last person to run these places. And I saw the guy who was working in Pedro, and I said to him, "What are you doing here?" He said, "I'm working." So I said, "No, you can't be working, man. You're working in Pedro." He said, "No, Pedro got no money." And I come in here, the morning the door was open, I come in here, there was Hackney Council downstairs, there was a safe in the corner, and I went inside the safe and I found the document, and I said to them, "You can't have it." They belong to the young people. They give me a little fight, but then, I thought to myself, okay, just in case.
You fight for the right of doing so.
Just in case, I went and asked Frank Maloney and Derek Williams, a few guys from the boxing people, and I said to them, could be a management, and they said yes. So I write the council letter, I got a management committee, right to the bank. The bank gave me 19,000. I pay all the bills. The choice was to pay all the bills or close it down. So I pay all the bills.
All the creditors.
And and the place was up and running. Now, to be quite honest, because of the respect what I have in boxing, if there's a problem, anybody out there, and I said to them, I'm struggling, to pay a bill. I went to Cardiff last week, to be honest, and the promoter was a guy named Mo, a new promoter, and we're sitting down there. Mo said to me, "James, is there anything I can do for you?" Just out of it, and I looked at him, I said, "Mo, to be quite honest, I said, the club need the rates. I need to pay the rates and the rent for this month." And he looked at me and said, "James, how much is it?" I said, £600. And honestly, said, the man took £600 out of his pocket and gave me, and he said, "Go pay your bill." So I'm safe for the next 3 months. You know what I mean? But, and I know it's through boxing, taught me the respect, taught me the love for people, for the sport, make me can understand people. Even when people is moaning and they're making them nice, I would always seem to speak to them and quiet them and make them serious. I've got so many people coming here and, the attitude and, I've changed their attitude, I've changed the way they're thinking, I mean, I work over in school in Tooting. From Tooting, they says to me, Beckenham now, Bromley is the most challenging area now for young people. I phone up the school and they said, "Jimmy could come over, we give you a couple of hours, whatever you want." They says, "Give me 2 days a week," and now I'm in Bromley, Beckenham, a school for bad behaving boys, you know what I mean? And then if I could sort of change couple of them lifestyle, couple of them the way they're thinking, through the sport of boxing, the discipline, the respect, the manners. I mean, when we open this place, people look at it and they say, the travelers them down there, they're the hard-working kids. But if you ever see when everybody come in, the first thing they say is, "Hello, coach. Good afternoon, coach. Hello." I mean, that is what boxing
all the time. All the time
for people. I mean, give you that grounding, give you that respect.
I've been there myself. I've trained there myself. I've come through the front door, even in the office in the ring. Everyone always gives a quick tap to say, "I'm here." I mean, if you're busy, respect and honesty and the love of your community is an important thing. It's a great thing.
Absolutely.
It's a thing you've earned through your life. Something that you put effort in to do.
Definitely, as we was growing up, the problem when we was growing up, people don't understand. When we was growing up, there's plenty of stuff what kids could do. If there's 5 of us on the street, 3 of us are probably in a club somewhere. So along the way, you'll get the other 2 will say, "Well, Jameson he's done the club, let's go join him." Now I thought people say we've got too much, but we haven't got 2 clubs. We have Girl Brigade, Boy Scout, Adventure Playground, Boxing Club. We have all these clubs about. We don't have. We have people giving their time. Now we haven't got people giving their time. The kids them hasn't got the club what they have. So things become harder.
They never did, because when I was younger, I remember we had the after school clubs, or we had Royal Free Balanced House Boxing Club where I used to go. But there was no kids on the street.
That's right.
Now there's kids on the streets for one strict reason: there's nowhere to go. And in places like this, they feel scared to go because they never had that influence around them before.
Absolutely.
All they know is the streets. They don't know about hard work, discipline, and being around good people, growing them.
Yeah, you're definitely right. And all the good people who's working in this place, going, as you say, I respect of the community. It's not there no more. Community is what I want. Community where everybody help each other, everybody can get together. And say, there's a club there, we can go in there, we can enjoy ourselves. You know, that's what you stopped before. Now, there's people living outside. You don't even know your next door neighbor now. You know what I mean? This is how people is living. Everybody is now.
The kids are older now than they were before. But they see you once they see you.
And we talk about top shelf. For we to read top shelf, we'd have to get a chair and go to top shelf to see what top shelf. Now, top shelf, you see it on bottom shelf, you see it on posters, you see it on crease, you see it on so. If you know the joy about having a club like Pedro, when I show you guys around, you know, you see the rules that in there. You know, there's rules, and you know the biggest drug dealer outside. If they know they got drugs or anything, they don't even enter the Pedro. You know, don't even deal with the club. They don't even come around here. You know, I said if you can't come, then we'll go to the next generation. When you come in here, you have to respect whether people like you know why everything got to be violent and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Don't have to be. You start to show these kids some love. You know, some respect where we go back to, you know, where the three simple things in life the kids don't have, hello, thank you, and sorry. They can't use it, you know, they're not there. You know, if I have a shop, it's a system, so it's going to be hard. So, and it's hard because even if there's guys like me out there want to do it, you know, they the CRB check, you know, and that's right. If people coming here wants to do time and they think, CRB, will it cover me? I've done that and I've done this and will that come up?
You need to be forgiven. You need to, people can make mistakes and come back.
Absolutely, and this is what I'm saying. I'm saying every day to people, I say, you have four corners of the world and you have the rich, but none of them will support the poor. It's not going to happen, so you're going to get high this all the time. You know, you give to somebody, trust me, down the road somebody's going to give you back. I mean, that's what makes this club keep going. Even when we don't have it, there's always somebody coming to give it back. And most of the people that mean everything they do is for their free time. You mean that they don't pay no money, we don't have no wages. I mean, people don't see how the club run. I mean, they don't know 6 o'clock I'm out there working until a certain time. I mean, I come back and I'm running the club. So if you want to come, if you want to know what the Pedro Club is doing, the club been here from 1929. It's gonna come with your own eyes to see for yourself. That's right. Come in and see. As a man who knows boxing, and you read this story, I was saying to myself, well, I don't want Harry Gibbs to be the referee because he cheated and Cooper. You know, went down there, got dressed, and then I did the fight. First round, I go in there, I'm hitting Tony Burke. Tony Burke is rocking all over the place. I dropped my hand, you know, get it flat. When the bell went, Harry Gibbs ring, he followed me back to the corner and said to me, Cook, this boy could punch. Keep your hands up. No problem, I go back out. Hands up, hit the man, start up. So I start to drop my hand again, get flash. Tony Burke hit me. He hit me with a right down. I fall straight down in the middle of the ring. Turned over at me, didn't count. He looked at me and said, Cook, I told you so. The ring is around. And I'm thinking, I kind of like Harry Gibbs.